No gravestones. No markers. But beneath my feet lie hundreds of soldiers, British and Americans, buried right where they fell over 200 years ago. This isn't just a battlefield, it's a cemetery. The Continental Army had some inspiring victories during the Revolution. This wasn't one of them. Camden was a full-on Patriot disaster. The plan was to take back South Carolina. The result? Broken lines and 1,900 Patriots killed, wounded, or captured. The British crushed us. But the aftermath, that's where things got interesting. This loss forced a change in strategy. Out goes the old, in comes Nathaniel Greene and a new Southern game plan. It's like replacing your head coach at halftime. Camden may be a very low point, but it helped set up a pretty epic comeback. I'm Nick Ferroni, history teacher and your host of Historically Correct. Now look, I may be a Yankee from New Jersey, but even I know when it came to swinging hard for independence, South Carolina showed up. So, I'm tracing the Palmetto State's revolutionary roots, battles, betrayals, and swamp-born legends. From a cannonball bounce to a guerrilla warfare genius and brutal backcountry brawls. South Carolinians may be polite, but don't cross them. This is Historically Correct. Oof. It's August 1780. The Patriots' game plan seemed solid. General Horatio Gates marched south to reclaim South Carolina. But Gates underestimated the heat, the battlefield layout, and how battle-ready his soldiers were not. Lack of experience, disease, British bayonet charges, the result? Panic, chaos, and a big L. The most embarrassing part isn't even the loss. It's the fact that Gates ran away before the battle even ended, and possibly set a land speed record for retreating. Kidding, not kidding. The man reportedly rode over 200 miles in just a few days. Now, Washington already didn't like Gates, not only because he took credit for the victory at Saratoga, but for the fact Gates was trying to stage a coup to replace him. So Camden, that was just icing on the retreating coup cake. And Washington did what he had to do and replaced him. Flawed strategy made Camden one of the worst defeats, but it also birthed a comeback. Gates' lack of leadership was to blame. So Washington sent in General Nathaniel Greene to take over. Now, if you're a football fan, you're used to coaches getting replaced after the season, but not during the game. However, Greene was a strong and reliable leader who knew how to adapt and which play to call. Greene embraced hit-and-run tactics, scorched earth, and militia ambushes from the swamps. Camden might have been a British win, but it triggered the strategies that eventually won the South. Now let's see if you learned anything from this defeat. It's time for a pop quiz.
And my least favorite subject.
Your least favorite subject. Yes.
Maybe you'll change that.
So I'm a history teacher. We're on spring break. I can't quiz my students, so I'm going to quiz you.
Love it.
Did you ever think you'd be taking a pop quiz randomly when you came down here?
No.
Are you still in school as well?
I just graduated in May, but I'm still
Okay.
working in the school system, so I'm a school counselor.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
oh,
I am.
Okay, well, amazing. Thank you so much. You guys have, I thought my job was tough. Counselors was the toughest. When was the last time you took a pop quiz?
I can't remember, so it must have been a while. I used to be a teacher, so I gave them
So you gave them?
more than received.
So this is vengeance. For every student you gave a pop quiz
Okay.
to. All right?
Since I'm 71, the last time I got one, you weren't born.
I'm going to ask you a few questions on the Battle of Camden.
Okay.
All right? First question, Whitney. What did General Gates do impressively wrong at the Battle of Camden? Put raw militia on the front line and ran before the battle ended? Tried to outflank the British? Rode toward the enemy and led a charge? Or all the above?
All of the above. All of the above.
All the above.
I feel like all of the above.
All of the above. All of the above. You have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
I
of the
kinda
above.
I'll write all of the above.
Well, you know it can't be all the above because you can't retreat and lead a charge.
I feel like it's got to be A. That seems like it would be something you would completely remember.
Like put out raw militia who aren't trained,
Yeah.
and then when they mess up, you run.
Exactly.
And honestly, that's correct.
Perfect.
Gates put untested militia on the front line, watched it break, and then ran away. Possibly set a land speed record for retreating.
I think that is what I would do.
God, all right. For some reason, on my test, whenever I put all the above or none of the above, everyone does that.
I guess he couldn't lead the charge and run away, so that makes sense.
And what?
That's
true.
Yeah.
Now you want to?
No, it's all right. It's all right. We'll make it back on this one. All right. Here's the good thing. It's true or false.
Okay.
All right. The Continental Army won at Camden with superior tactics. So the Continental Army won the Battle of Camden.
False.
Ugh. I feel like that's false.
False.
I think false.
False. True.
I'll give you another option.
False.
False. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, perfect. It is false. They did not. The Patriots lost. Gates ran and was removed. And luckily things got better because we are celebrating America's 250th, so we know they did. Absolutely. All right, next question. Who was General Johann de Cobb and what happened to him at the Battle of Camden? Now, was he a British officer who defected, a French-born general who fought bravely and survived, a Prussian patriot, Prussia, which is now modern-day Germany, patriot who was mortally wounded, or none of the above?
Ooh.
And I'll tell you right now, it's not none of the above. So do you think he was a Prussian patriot, a French-born general, or a British officer?
The second one.
The second one, a French-born officer?
Yeah.
Does the Cobb sound French? Does Johann sound French? Does it sound British? Or does it sound German?
Prussian.
Prussian? I mean, that's
Maybe.
maybe.
I'd say Prussian.
Prussian? Prussian? Prussian, Derek?
I think it's C.
C. I kind of felt, yeah.
Yeah, the Cobb sounds kind of Prussian, which is Germany now.
Right.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Good. It was correct. Good job. Good job. There you go.
I lived in Germany.
One more. Oh, you did?
I was like Johann de Cobb. Like
Yeah, that is definitely German. Good job.
He was a retired Prussian of Germanic descent. He fought most of his career. He retired in France, and he had a 19-year-old talk him into coming and helping us achieve our freedom.
And who is that 19-year-old? It's one of my personal heroes.
Lafayette.
Such an inspiring character. I'm so glad to hear he's one of your personal heroes
Yes.
too. Last but not least, who replaced General Horatio Gates at the Battle of Camden and changed the tactics in the South? Was it Benedict Arnold, George Washington, Marquis de Lafayette, or Nathaniel Greene?
It was not George Washington.
Not Sue, yeah, no.
It was not Washington. That's good.
It's either Benedict or Nathaniel.
I'm gonna guess maybe green.
Nathaniel Greene.
Nathaniel Greene.
I got this one. Nathaniel Greene.
And that's your final answer? You seem very confident with that answer.
I do. I'm very confident.
And you should be, that's correct. Yeah, Nathaniel Greene came over and took over. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you
Yes,
so much. It was a lot of
thank you
fun.
so
Very nice meeting you,
much.
Derek. Thank you so much. Great job. Round of applause for the friends. How many did you get? Remind me.
I think all of them.
I think you got all of them too.
I'm a good guesser.
The Battle of Camden wasn't just a defeat, it was a disaster. But in the chaos, one general didn't run. Johann de Cobb, a Bavarian-born French officer who came to America with one of my personal heroes, Marquis de Lafayette, to fight for the patriot cause and went down swinging. While other troops and even some generals fled the field, de Cobb led a furious bayonet charge trying to rally the Maryland and Delaware Continentals to hold the line. During that battle, de Cobb was wounded about 10 times, shot and bayoneted, and then captured by the British. Even Cornwallis was impressed. He had his own surgeons tend to de Cobb's wounds. But Camden will become his final resting place. His final words, wait for it, I die the death I always prayed for, the death of a soldier fighting for the rights of man. Yeah, wow. If this were a movie, you'd think that line is just too perfect to be real, but it is. The battle was a loss, but the Cobb became a symbol of honor, loyalty, and never backing down, and gave us what might be the most iconic last words of a soldier ever. Want to walk the battlefield where defeat paved the way for an epic comeback? Visit the Camden Battlefield and Revolutionary War Visitor Center. It's not just where a battle was lost, it's where Southern strategy was reinvented. And check out the libertytrail.org and download the Liberty Trail app to learn more about this battle as well as all the others that shaped our revolutionary story. And we have to preserve the battlefields where blood was shed. Support the American Battlefield Trust to help save our hallowed ground. Next time, the backcountry fights back hard, and a farmer turned guerrilla fighter ticks off the British so badly, they give him a nickname. And yes, Hollywood made a movie about it.